Hi, everybody. How are you guys doing? It's been a minute. Thank you so much for joining us today on Impact Podcast. It's a beautiful, interesting day today. We have, first, let me present our guests. We have the beautiful Sunshine. Thank you so much for joining us on our show today. We have Tony. We have Son of Jesus.
Yes, we have one.
And then we have
Jesus himself.
Hey, stop lying.
Black Jesus.
Black Jesus.
So, what's interesting about today's show is, I feel like the black woman body has been a beautiful thing through history and everything from slavery. It has been so many things that's based on the woman body, the way they portrayed it, how it's given out to the world, and everything like that. We've been called from different words, from performers, everything. The woman body is amazing, right? So today we have our beautiful Miss Sunshine, who's well, let me please explain to me.
I'm an exotic entertainer.
Oh, exotic.
When you say exotic,
You even took it right off the bat. You didn't let her finish. Maybe she has something to say more.
I'm sorry.
Yes, please, everything.
Well,
AKA.
just to sum it all up, I'm an exotic entertainer, aka what most people call stripper. But I don't take that title because I do more than just that. I'm also a fire princess. I do a floor show where I set myself on fire.
Ooh.
I glow in the dark. I do a lot. So it's not just a simple dancing. I have a whole show to what I do.
Like a magic trick. Yes,
Exactly. A lot of people compare it to a seance, but it's not.
I like that. Okay. So,
How many times have you set yourself on fire?
Oh, I've been dancing for, I've been dancing since I was 19, so over a minimum at least 1,000.
Times you set yourself on fire.
Real fire.
I used to, when I was in my prime, I used to have probably like 3 to 4 bookings a night, and that would be like Thursday, Friday, Saturday,
Just
Sunday.
to set yourself on fire.
Yeah. That's what people book me for. Like, a lot of girls got, even though I'm sure we're going to get into it, they got the BBL, so they got the body to do it, but they can't do much with it. So when they come across me, they see that not only do I have a nice little shape, not only can I dance well, but I also have something extra to give as far as exotic, erotic entertainment.
I like that. So, what brought you in this business?
You want to know something that's funny? Ever since I was a little girl, I kind of wanted to be an entertainer after seeing the Players Club. And I know it might sound bad, y'all. It might sound bad. But when I was young, you end up watching something you didn't have no business watching. And I never watched that movie as women selling themselves short or, selling their bodies or nothing like that. I always thought of it as women using their confidence to make money.
Empowerment.
So ever since I saw that as a kid, of course, I didn't have that confidence growing up. I was always super skinny. So I didn't have that confidence growing up, but I started to do more research on it and things. I actually went to the library and researched how to become one. And just by a slight of chance, I bumped into a friend who didn't tell everybody that she did it, but she told me because I expressed my interest in it, and she took me out, and it's all gone from there.
How did you get to see the movie? Was it introduced to you, or someone was watching it and you got to see it, or how did you?
I was at my cousin's house. We used to spend the weekends with our cousins, and somebody in the house had it on, and I went and sat
That's my
down
movie,
and I
though.
watched it. And I was
Assume
like,
the position.
exactly. And it's really funny because I really liked Ronnie, but
I
I'm not
love
the
her.
Ronnie type in the club.
What?
But I loved me some Ronnie.
I love Ron.
But yeah,
But I think I'm a diamond. I don't know.
I think I'm a dime. I know I'm not a Trixie, but
So that was the genesis, right?
Okay.
So tell me, what makes this other, like, out of all the other business, do you think there's a difference from this type of business and other businesses? Like, what makes the difference between your business that you do and every other business that everybody else run? What makes it
I
more?
feel that all hustles are similar. Whether it's dancing, selling weed, selling clothes, selling hair, you always have to have a good group of people that can refer you. You have to have good clientele and good word of mouth to keep it going. So I honestly compare it to hair vendors, clothes vendors. I compare it to that, honestly.
A quick one. So, has there been any accident setting yourself on fire?
My hair's caught on fire a couple times, but that's about it.
Just your hair?
Hobby.
Well, I don't wear fake hair, so it didn't melt. It did actually set ablaze. But me, I work with fire so much, I don't get scared from it, so I just pat it out and keep going.
Why fire though?
Just to add a dangerous element, because
you
it's
like
something that a
fire?
lot of people. I do. I'm an Aries.
Okay.
Is the fire part the worst part of your job?
No. The drunk people are the worst part.
Let me ask you a question. This fire to you keep saying.
that caught me off guard.
How did I come across it?
Yeah, because like, who are those who sit down and see somebody, body?
Oh, yeah, you said you watched the movie, got into the whole thing, but
who
like
are
the
those kind of
fire.
people who pay for this kind of service. Like, I want you to
Set yourself on fire.
fire.
Well, actually, everything in the entertainment world is repeated. Everybody just has to put their own twist on it.
Okay.
And so I saw old school, that's what we call older dancers who paved the way. I saw some old school dancers do the trick. And instead of me asking them, hey, how do you do that? What do you use? I just
refine
studied it, went home, tried it, had to get over my fear of it because, of course, at first I was scared. And then once I felt confident in doing it, I added it to my floor show.
So is it like regular fire or is it like
No, what do you mean regular fire? Is there a regular fire?
It's regular, real
Uncle?
fire.
So now explain, can you, excuse me, give me one scene of, like, not scene, you don't have to do it, but a visual of what you do with the fire.
I do 2 fire tricks. One of them is kind of like a torch where I would have like a taper candle, long skinny candles or the short emergency candles. And it'll be one in my mouth and one in my lady part. And then I'll have like something that's very flammable and I spray it to make a torch. And then when it comes to setting myself on fire, first I'll have like, say the birthday person or whoever was celebrating at the party, they'll set I'll put the product on me and then I'll have them set it on fire and then I'll shake. And then the second time, I'll have them put it on my chest and I rub it into my body.
So wait, oof.
It's a controlled fire, but
Controlled fire.
it's controlled.
Fire is controlled? Okay.
Well, so tell me one thing that you think people in the industry misunderstand about your being exotic entrepreneur.
They think that all of us sell cat.
True.
And, in the beginning, I did get offended by it, but I had to learn that a lot of the girls I've been around, that's actually one of their main priorities. Like, they'll come out, they don't even think about how much they can make when they dance. They think about how much they can make by doing extra so they can meet their quota to go home. So it was hard to differentiate who does what because, but that's just one of the biggest things that I had to defend myself against, especially because people steal my pictures off the internet and put them on escort sites. So it's a lot of people that they scam and take money from them and they find my real pages and threaten me. So that's the
so
biggest
crazy.
issue.
Yeah.
But
The other time you said it's like one of your fear about this job is drunk people. So have you ever had any experience like you got into it with somebody who was drunk and he doesn't know his limit,
No, I never deal with those people. I have the person who paid me to come out deal with those people because I will hope you don't let this one person ruin what you paid for me to come out to do because I tell them I don't come outside to be disrespected. You don't pay me to come be disrespected. So have your friends respect the fact that you came out of your pocket to get me here and control them. So
So, quick one. Do you do like just private parties? You don't do like clubs? And
Unless it's out of town, I do not do clubs. Chicago clubs are just not worth it anymore. I'm gonna say anymore.
Okay.
So yeah, mostly private events. If they do want to book me, like say somebody has a party at a club and they want to book me for their section and they're able to, I do that. But as far as going to pay somebody a tip out or a tip in for people to come see me,
Yeah, because when you said, girls trying to meet their quotas and all that, so I thought probably you did like clubs and all that.
see, I had to grow up to understand that with clubs, it's kind of a ripoff because they force us to promote, which I feel is me showing everybody that I'm a sitting duck. It's letting people know where I am and where I'm going to be all night. I don't like that. We have to pay them a tip in, $150, $200 just to dance.
Oh,
Meanwhile, our promotion is getting the people in the door. Those people have to pay to park, pay to get in, pay for their drinks, pay for their section. They already coming out of a lot of money, so why do you need extra money from us when they're coming to see us?
Yes.
So I had to understand, instead of paying that, somebody could pay me that just to show up.
oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
And you still get way more.
Oh, way more, yeah.
So on a good night, how much do you think? Give me.
On a good night, like average on a good night, I say, mind you, I'd probably stay at these parties about an hour. So I say on a good night, maybe about a good 6. But that's just with how times is now. Back then, on a good night, it'd be at least 2,000.
Ooh.
So the fact that times changed really played a role.
Or do the guys make
It's the inflation.
do the guys make that kind of money too?
The male dancers,
big girl.
the male dancers get treated like princesses. They get flown out.
Yeah.
They get the people who book them shop for them, pay them, book their hotels. They do everything for those male. Me too.
Why are you asking? You
Baby,
interested?
No, I guess somebody's trying to do
Are
that.
you trying to say that the male exotic dancers are more, will I say, profitable?
Only because it's a scarcity with them. It like with dances, like when the pandemic happened, everybody became a dancer. Anybody with a big booty just was like, hey, let me go do this,
do
make me
this.
some money. So the fact that with male dancers, like it'll be one male dancer to 150 female dancers.
Gotcha. And
So
is
wait,
it
I got a
sorry, a
question.
quick one. Is it more like okay, I would say which category of male dancers? Those comfortable around other male or like just with female?
Most straight male dancers that I know, they know the crowd that's possibly booking them. They don't mind entertaining for male as long as the male doesn't get disrespectful and touch them in a certain way. And things
Most
like
of the
that.
time, I feel like male exotic dancer used to go into the midst of a lot of ladies. I've seen it. You don't
Where?
No,
Tell us.
I've been somewhere where they brought a male exotic.
Okay.
Most people there were females. Males there were like maybe like 3 or 4 of us. And we were not interested. You get what I'm saying?
But it's
But
a
ladies
lot
were like,
of-
oh, you
There's
get
a
what I'm
lot of
saying?
male dancers that don't really like women, though. So,
Yeah.
I mean, it's,
Yeah,
you know,
you're right.
50-50
Yeah, I know
when
what
it
you're
comes to
saying.
them.
But I got a question. So you trying to say I gotta have a booty just to be a dancer?
No,
just in
ma'am.
case I'm just asking for a friend.
No, ma'am.
Like, because I was trying to see like if I could like, you need a backup. Hey,
No, you honestly, and this is just me being so 100% real. I've always had like a little booty, but when I first started dancing, I was so skinny. I was like a stick.
So
and
do you
people still booked me. So it's not
do you feel like
necessarily
you gotta have a BBL in today's generation, like to be a stripper? Because do I qualify or something? 'Cause I got a face
they
card.
make me question myself these days. I'm not gonna lie, but honestly, these girls with these BBLs, they just being honest, they lazy dancers. They let that
'Cause they
shape
can't
make
be-
that money for them.
Okay.
So they can do the minimal, and because it looks good, they're gonna get the maximum. Where you have people with their natural bodies who boobs sit where they supposed to sit.
So you never had a BBL?
No.
No surgery. Okay.
I've never from me being 19 to how old I am now in dance, I've never taken a break. Never
Well, you
laid
said
on
you were very
anybody's
skinny.
table.
How were you able to get out this one you have now?
Workout ways. You could get booty. What you
How
want?
were you able
I
to
can
get
make
out?
you
Me,
Fufu.
booty, genetics for me, honestly. And people used to tell me I had a botch BBL because when I was skinny, I still had a booty. And so my legs were really small, and people they went tooth and nail that I laid on somebody's table. I had to always get my exes to be like, did you ever see me? Did you ever take me to go get a surgery? Have you ever, like, just be honest. But I wanted to get my boobs done, but every time I get up the courage, I scare myself away.
Okay, I was about to get
Don't
into
do
that.
it.
How has this affected your relationships in any way?
Honestly, I let them know just from the jump. And a lot of people, they meet me in sort of those settings. I was dating women for a very long time, for the past 18 years, actually.
Okay.
And so the
right.
women that I dated, I would allow them to come to my bookings with me so they would see I'm doing exactly what I got paid to come do. You don't see me dipping off in any rooms. You don't see me talking to anybody about doing anything I don't have no business doing. Like, I have them there so they could trust me and they could see how I move. And also so they could watch my back when I can't watch my own back. And so they cool with it.
And that's another thing I wanted to ask you. So who do you think are your primary clients? Like, who do you think you attract more?
Women.
Women, right? I know.
It's the women always reaching out to book for their man, their husband, their boyfriend. It's always the women.
Not for themselves, because I
For
just
their, wait, for their husband, and they will be there when you're. Wow, that's good.
Some couples will book a couples dance. Like, it's the women. It's way different than how it used to be. The women are very confident now.
Sorry, I don't want you to be offended with this question. Have you ever been in a situation whereby you were being asked to, somebody asked for happy ending?
Oh, yeah. Almost all the time. And like I said, I had to learn to not be offended.
Ooh.
I had to learn to not be offended because, like I said, they don't know who does what exactly. And then
Yeah, exactly.
it's some people who've actually seen my pictures on those escort site pages. And I had to tell them, like, look, I don't even play like
People
that.
don't know the difference. They feel
But
like once they say, they'll be like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, and I'll let them know, like, I don't do it personally, but I could find a girl that do if you want.
But
If you
has
want
that probably affected your bookings in any way? Like, do people ask those
Yes.
questions up front when they want to book, and they'll be like, "Oh
Yeah.
no, I don't want to do it."
Oh, for sure.
Okay.
They'll be 100% open about what's needed. They'll be like, ask for 2 dark-skinned girls, 2 light-skinned girls, and 1 that does extras. Things like that. So, yeah, they're never shy.
Oh, gee.
When do you plan to retire? And when you retire, what do you plan to do?
So, honestly, I've been trying to retire since I was 25 years old, but the money just kept getting better and better. I got to start charging more just to show up, so it just got better and better. So I can't really put a time on when I could retire because I still look young, and I feel like as long as I could play the part, I can still do it. But in the sense of me being a mother and my son is 18.
18.
So,
You look at it like
my son is 18.
Rewind it. Say it again.
your son is 18. Okay.
Yes.
Damn.
So,
Do he know?
You look good for that.
he not dumb. He kind of confronted me about it some years ago, but I kind of laughed it off and told him, like, boy, I'm just a bartender. Every strippers around me, but he's not dumb. So I never just came out and said, hey, this is what I do.
What I do.
But he never asked, so I never felt the need to just say.
One question I do have: what about your, how do you call that? Your personality has an influence on your job.
I'm a big joker, so I like to make jokes. I like to make people laugh, even if it's at my expense. So people really love my personality. Like, say I'm at a booking and maybe the tips aren't as good as I want them to be. And I just start doing a random dance like the James Brown dance. Like, they'll laugh and they'll be like, oh, I like her, she funny. And then, like, it'll convince them, like, okay, she a real person. She not just here for the money. She want to have a good time as well. So my personality, it has made me a lot more money than, say, me just going in and getting right to business.
I can see you have a good personality because the way you're talking, you're making us very comfortable to ask you any question. So I'll give that to you. I want to ask you this. Every woman goes through a cycle every month. When you going through that cycle, do you go for a job? And if you're on that cycle, and the money is so good, how do you do it?
Oh, I won't see her dance. And I promise you, nobody could ever point me out and say, hey, she's bleeding.
Oh shit.
I promise you that much.
Okay.
I've never had an accident dancing. Like, don't get me wrong, I know some girls who have. But one thing I pride myself on is being aware of what I'm doing and how I'm doing it. I don't like to have bad things come back on my name. I don't like to be embarrassed. So one thing you'll never hear is that I've ever stunk. Like, you'll never hear that I came not looking like my pictures. Like, I try to be as on point as possible.
Because let me tell you something. When I asked, it's like 3 or 4 different persons that gave me your information. They're like Bree and like people that I'm really close to. That it's so amazing. And the DJ girl I was telling you, me and her have been friends for like 15 years.
Yeah, when I saw the picture, I'm like, wait a minute, I do remember. And that was such an old picture of the friend.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh yeah, this throwback. I definitely remember that when you sent
And
it.
it's like all of them was speaking. So like, she's cool. Like, please talk to her. And I was like, but it's last minute. You know, she was like, no, just talk to her. I'm like, okay, please. Let me get a
appreciate
chance to
y'all.
talk to you because they told me if I just get a second and you're an amazing person. So
Aw,
But
I appreciate y'all.
you have a question.
What do you think? What are the list of things do you think that people get wrong about your profession?
That they get wrong, as opposed to all strippers sell cat. Well,
She mentioned one, like she said most people's
Yeah, they think, yeah, you know,
They think
they can
all
get
deal
some-
is on the table.
I get
That's
it.
why
yeah,
they do what
there,
they
there
do.
might be some other things we don't know.
Yeah, I know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just trying to buttress you.
I mean, I would say that that's probably the worst.
That's probably the worst.
Because other than that, it's all positivity. Well, only because like when I started dancing, it was back when girls were still hiding that they was dancing. It's like they'd say, "Don't take pictures of me in here. Don't record me." They would be scared, but I never was. I can't honestly say I had the confidence to not be scared to show who I was, but I could say it helped build my confidence. Because the more people talk down on me, oh, she's just a stripper whore, she do this, she do that. But I know, and the person I'm dating knows because they're always with me. So I think that's just the worst.
Did you go through any training? Did someone train you?
No, I sat at home and taught myself everything. I went and
Everything.
bought a pole and taught myself how to pole dance. I would see older dancers do certain moves. I'd go home and practice them myself. The little percolating butt cheeks. I taught myself all of that. I didn't know not one thing before I started.
Yeah.
one thing I was wondering, like, do you get to choose and pick like when someone call you for shows and stuff like that? How do you decide if you want to go meet that person? Because I know when I was talking to you, so you're like, oh, I don't know you. But how do you pick and choose your clientele?
Well, I get the majority of my bookings. If it's not word of mouth, then it's from social media. So the first thing I do when someone books me is go on their page. I like to see if they're in a lot of drama. I like to see if it's a lot of rest in peace in their bio. I like to see. I like to
You gotta do that. I like that.
Rest in peace.
No, seriously. I like to see that if for their party that they're promoting, if it's an open address on the flyer that's open to everybody, that's not safe. You don't know who's coming to your property. So those are the main things I look for. And then I also, before we even talk on the phone, you have to send that deposit so I know you're not playing on my time and I know you won't play with your money. So if they send a deposit, I know they're not about to play with me.
But a lot of people could feel like you asking for money before anything feels like I could be scammed.
Oh yeah, a lot of people have a lot of problems. Like, well, back then people did have a problem with it, and they'll want to like meet up to hand over the deposit, and I was okay with that. But now, because of word of mouth and because I'm somewhat known, they know I'm a real person, so they know where to come to exactly, and they're okay with just sending it.
Have you ever had to leave a party like in the middle of it because something wasn't going on?
Yes.
Why?
A party I did recently, it was just a whole bunch of young, like 19, between 19 and 22. And while we were in there getting dressed, I just kept hearing people say like vile things about the dancers. Like, hurry up and get the bitches out here. I'm finna touch on some coochie tonight. Like, just a whole lot of stuff. And it's like, y'all already drunk, y'all already belligerent. And I don't like to do bad business. I don't like giving up money either. But my safety come first. So when I started hearing things like that, I consulted with the other dancer that I was with. I said, do you want to just leave? Because we don't have to deal with this, especially because we had 2 more bookings after that. So just so I wouldn't do bad business, I even gave them their deposit back, although I didn't have to because I showed up. But I gave them their deposit back and said, I didn't come here to be disrespected. You can't control your crowd. You laughing with them as they say these vile things. I can't trust it. I don't know if y'all plotting on us to try to follow us out to the car to take back the money y'all just gave us. I don't know. So I gotta go. I always go with my gut, and that's why in all these years of me dancing, I have never been. I've been in one bad situation, but it wasn't my situation. But my gut tells me something not right. I won't go in. I'll call them and tell them I can't do it. Like, I'm not that money hungry. It's not that serious.
Do you pay taxes? Do you pay taxes?
Nope.
All right.
No.
I want to ask you this. You know, you were talking about men, like drunk men are the things you're scared about most. But have you been in a situation even with ladies that, you know...
Oh, the drunk girls, if you don't let them touch on your coochie, they ready to fight.
What?
Yes. Oh, yes. They be ready to fight. And it's like, baby, I'm not finna fight you. You drunk. You're not gonna ever stop. So, and me, I don't get drunk. Like, I like to be aware of my surroundings and stuff. So the most I do is smoke before I dance or take maybe a shot or two. But I'm not just gonna be belligerently drunk sliding on this floor shaking my butt.
So they want to touch the cookies.
They want to go inside. They want to stick
Yes.
Because
inside, not just putting the money.
They want to
I
try
had
to
to-
put their tongue on you. They want to try to put their fingers in you. Like, it's bad.
They want to lick.
Yes.
Who does that?
And I do a move where, like, I flip into a person's lap. There's been so many times I've had to kick somebody. I've had to just come down from the flip, like, just because they doing.
But you-
Too much for someone they don't
Russia,
even
you
know.
can't really blame those people.
I mean, I can't, but it's like, you don't even know where I've been. So
Yeah, exactly.
Because let me tell you something. You know what I did? I had a stripper for my birthday. And when she did when she did the flip thing on top of me and all of that,
I'm so curious who you had. I am so curious because I'm sure I know
I
them.
think her name is Bassetta.
Oh, Bossetta, Miss Seductive herself. I've been
She
on Bossetta
is
since she was 16 years
beautiful.
old. Yes.
I love her beauty.
And she's very seductive. Like, I love Bossetta.
She is amazing.
I knew her when
And-
she first started dancing.
Oh, let me tell you something. I accidentally bit her nipples. I don't know how her nipples got in my mouth. I don't know how that happened.
Oh my God.
I don't know. It just happened to be there. The whole experience.
accident.
It was an accident.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Because
I hear that.
That was no answer.
Well,
Because I was there.
it was
Accident.
like I was
Accident.
there and it was like bloop. I was like, huh.
accident.
She a cool sport though.
She is, and she did the fire, and she fascinating. You know what? Like before her, I had a friend that was what's her name? A couple of years ago, and she hit it back one day. So I wanted her to be open. I'm like, I was like 22 or 20 before the kids and stuff. I'm like, I want to go. I want to see what you're doing and stuff like that. She was like, you gonna dance? I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna dance. Girl, I have my little Santa baby. I get over there, I couldn't do it.
Oh,
Seeing everybody, I couldn't do it.
you sound like me on my first
I was-
night.
Yeah, I was about to ask, how did your first night ever go? Like
My
your first.
first night, I will never forget it because I was so proud to come home with $65. Yes,
What year is that?
I was.
You don't have
This
to say
was
it.
so I was.
No, don't say it. I know the reason why you.
Okay.
Don't, please.
Okay, but yeah, I'm like not saying I was proud to have the money. I was just proud that I actually had the nerve to get out there and do it. And by the time I
Yeah.
got that nerve, it was a little too late. It was toward the end. So at the tip out, that's all I was able to take home. But when I first got there, I saw all the other dancing.
Was it a club?
After hour.
Okay.
And the girl who brought me there, you know, she had put on her little outfit. I put on mine. We went out there, and instantly she just started dancing. I'm like, man, and mind you, she had the body T.
But you
and
were
here I am,
skinny.
super skinny. So I didn't have the same confidence she had. So she went out there, started dancing. I'm just sitting around watching everybody make money. She came up to me like, scared money don't make no money.
For real.
I'm like, you're right. But I couldn't drink because I wanted to be aware of my surroundings and stuff. So I just had to swallow up my pride. Like I literally probably sat there for about 3 hours watching everybody make money. And so by the time she came up to me, she like, look, you want to leave here with no money? You want to owe these people a tip out? I'm like, no. And she like, go make some money. She dragged me over to a person she was dancing on, and that was my first dance. And from there,
It was nice.
yeah.
I was so
The rest is
scared.
history,
I was
right?
terrified.
For your private dancing, like, do you go with equipment?
Yeah. What do you mean?
What
Like your
equipment?
toys? When you're going for
no,
a
I
private
don't-
dancing?
That's the difference between me and a lot of other dancers. I don't bring toys to my show. I just strictly got the glow in the dark, the candle wax, the candles, the fire,
No,
the
honey?
baby oil.
Okay.
You know,
What kind of
Johnson.
Because
toys
that's
do you wanna
different,
bring?
right? If you
Maybe
bring
trying to tell you,
toys
come
and
with
stuff
your
like
handcuffs,
that.
with your weed.
oh, these girls bring straps. It's just one dance to Jamaica. Oh, she brings her strap and harness every time, and she's gonna freak her dance on the floor.
Shit.
So yeah, some girls come with their toys.
When you go for a private section, what's the extent that the couples might want you to go?
I let them know from the rip that
Okay.
it'll go no further than dancing. If they looking for somebody for it to go further, well, I will refer them to somebody else.
Well,
But it'll take me a little finder's fee.
But
your finder's fee.
big pimping. But I have a question. Do you ever work with other partners? Like I've seen people that they dance together and stuff like that.
Honestly, these days I've slowed down on that a lot because I've been like, they know I've been dancing for a long time, so they know even if it's word of mouth, I'm gonna keep a booking. And so I put other dancers on with bookings, and they don't ever return a favor. So it's me continuously feeding you, but you're not feeding me. And then like along the years, they end up having kids. Baby, I been had a kid, and you still wasn't helping feed mine. So you can't use that as an excuse because I've been a mother since I was 16 years old. So when I met you, I already had a kid. You knew about my kid, and you knew everything I had to do to make sure he good, make sure I'm good. And as much money as I put you on, as soon as you get a booking, whether you get bookings often or not, I understand that because some of the girls are club girls. But when you do get a booking, why give them not to say it like that, but it's like why give them a choice in who they can choose when I don't give them a choice when it comes to me booking you. I tell them, hey, this is my partner that I got. If you don't want them, I can do it by myself. If you do, we can do it like that.
But I want to know about the performance between you two. Like, how do you like? Cause I've seen
Do
some
you
girls.
want? Do you want her to show you?
Okay, I give it to you.
Don't say you want her to dance on you. This permitted. I can move to the next.
No, it's not
So
for me.
no, I get what you mean. So I was dancing. One of my dance partners was an ex-girlfriend of mine. So
That's what I'm talking
yeah. So
How
when we did our
sentimental
show,
was it?
we would actually
Make love.
yeah.
Actually, make
do
love.
Cause I seen this girl when she was eating pictures at this girl. The whole thing, they was making love. They was devouring every part of each other on that thing. And they had the whole like fire circle thing where they was in the middle. You just couldn't touch it. I'm talking about was whipped cream, peaches and cream, all of that.
Yeah, I got one dancer that I do all that with now, but like I said, she don't give me any bookings. So I just tell people, hey, I'm gonna do this by myself. You could choose another girl. And the thing is, when it comes to me choosing to come by myself, if they're adamant about having two girls, they'll book elsewhere and you don't know who else is coming. So you don't know if it's somebody you don't agree with, somebody you don't get along with, a thief. Like you don't know who it might be and you can't tell them how to run their party. So, you know.
I'm about to go a little bit personal. You said your kid, you've never had that discussion with him. Does it? He's not a fool. He probably figured it out. What do you think about him saying this interview?
He'll be understanding. The only reason I'm not gonna lie to y'all, and this is very funny to me, but one of the main reasons I never had that talk with him is because, like, you know, I used to let him play GTA and stuff. And he used to go out his way to kill the strippers, and he was like, "We don't need them," and like I kid y'all not. He like, "We don't need them." No, he went out his way to do it.
He knew.
In the
So I was
game.
like,
In the game, yeah.
I'm
In the
like, I'm
game.
not even gonna tell him this how he taking care of. This how he get everything he asked for. Like, so you know, I kind of left that now. Cause
Well,
it's
he's
like,
grown. He's 18, right?
yeah, he's 18 now.
He knows. Even if she doesn't tell him, he knows.
When you started, how did your family take you? Did they were they did they
Your
accept it?
parents
I didn't
specifically?
care enough to tell everybody, but the first person I told when I finally made the decision to do it was my mother, because I didn't want anybody to see me and run back and tell her. I didn't want her to be disrespected by my choice. She had to understand jobs wasn't hiring, and I'm finna do what I got to. You can't keep taking care of me and my child. So
So what was her reaction? Was she good with it?
she, no,
No.
honestly, she wasn't. But she told me if
She wasn't
I'm gonna
buying
do
it.
it, make sure to do it the right way.
And make sure you protect.
Yeah, so basically what she was getting at was don't be out here selling your body or selling yourself short. Do it the right way. And that's why I moved the way I moved.